This is a strange feeling to be up here looking at faces I've never seen before. Green faces and black faces and noses and weirdness. And isn't it fun? You know, Halloween actually has its roots in a Celtic tradition, an ancient tradition in which the Celts believed that this was a very special time of the year. October 31st was the day in which the earth... Fear knocks on our door, rings our doorbell and says, "Trick or treat." And it holds out its bag and it says, "Give me all your treats. Give me your relationships. Give me your health. Give me all your dreams, your wishes, your relationships. Gimme, gimme, gimme." That's the trick that fear does, because it causes us to draw to us the things we don't even want. Remember how many times we've read about Charles Fillmore telling us that thoughts become things? It's true. Thoughts become things, and when we believe those thoughts, that we can't have our dreams, that we might die if we see the inside of a golf ball, or what if we accidentally eat part of a banana peel? You know, we start believing that, and we draw to us experiences we don't want. Really don't have to live under the influence of the devil of darkness. Two little boys were walking home from Sunday school one day. "Timmy, do you believe in the devil?" "Nah. It's just like Santa Claus. It's really your father." The devil of darkness, of fear, is make-believe. It's not real. It's not real. There's something stronger than fear, and that's faith. We need to know that, you know, how many things have you ever worried about that actually came true? Most of them do not. Consider them make-believe. You know, I've heard people say to me, "You know, the stuff you teach here in Unity, all that positive thinking stuff, you know, that's really nice for most people. But I have to be realistic. I have to be realistic." What is realistic? What is real anyway? Is your fear real, but the power of God is not? Oh, no, wait a minute. Next time you're afraid of something, look at that fear in the face and say, "Is this fear real? God is not?" We do that. We put our fear into faith. I mean, we can put our fear into faith, but too often we don't. We put our faith into the fear. I'll be so glad when the election ads are over. There seem to be two kinds. One is in which the candidate tells how great he or she is and all the things that he or she would like to do for you and what has been done. And the other is fear-based. They have done research, and they found out there are groups of people who are actually drawn to the fear, and they're going to vote for the people that invoke fear. If you don't vote for me, if you vote for my opponent, this will happen to you. Many people are drawn to that rather than to the good. And I'm not telling you how to vote. could. I wouldn't dare. Where is your faith? Is your faith in the things you're afraid of? Or is in your faith into the knowledge that there's a power for good in the universe that's greater than your fears, than anything that you fear? When scary things happen, the first thing to do is to just stop and breathe. I think breath feels like spirit coming in my body. Stop and breathe. And say, okay, this thing feels really scary. But the truth that I know is there's a power for good that's greater than this fear. There's a power for good in the universe that's greater than this health diagnosis I just got. There's a power for good in the universe that's greater than this war, than this hurricane. And that power is within me, and it supports me, it guides me, it tells me what is the next step so that I can have a life of meaning and joy. Faith is knowing that that power is real. That the power that created us whole, perfect, and complete is always available, is always right here inside of us, available to support us no matter what. So as Fillmore teaches, turn your attention away from the fear. Stop thinking about the war in Ukraine. I think about it and I pray about it, but what I have to do is I pray for peace. I turn my attention away from the war, and I know there's a power for peace in the world. Turn your attention to what it is you want, not what it is you fear. Oh, I have this pain in my hip. I fear it'll get worse. And I can turn my attention away from the pain, and I can say, oh, I'm so grateful that my big toe doesn't hurt. I'm so grateful that my body works, that I can get up here, I can walk, I can talk, I can love, I can hug, I can eat, I can do all these wonderful things, and I'm so grateful for my body because it was created whole, perfect, and complete, and the divine within me allows me to do all the things I need to do. I turn my focus to the power, to the faith that I have in my Creator. That's how we get through scary times. Well, if you remember when you were little, if you learned some Bible stories, there's a story of Goliath. Remember that story? And David was just a boy. And one day he was going to bring some bread to his brothers who were out on the battlefield, and he came up and kind of looked around to see what was going on, and his brother said, Davy, you're supposed to be home watching the sheep. What are you doing here? Davy looked around and saw Goliath. Goliath was said to be 9 feet tall. He was covered with metal from head to toe, had a helmet of metal that would protect him, carried this javelin that was very thick, and it had a spearhead on top of it that was supposedly 25 pounds of metal. Pretty scary dude. What did David do? He didn't do what the Israelites did. They all ran. They were terrified. But David said, I come to you in the name of the Lord. Today the Lord will conquer you. He reached into his little shepherd's bag and got a stone, put it in his sling, and let it go, and it hit the giant in the forehead. He fell over and died. Today the Lord will conquer you. And a young man, a child, a young man, a boy. See, we think we need to be big and strong. We need to have either a lot of money or a lot of power and strength in order to conquer things that we don't want in our lives. But the truth is, you have all the power you need. It's right within you, and it's called God or Spirit or Source or Universal Mind. I don't care what you call it. There is a power within you that gives you all that you need to have a meaningful life. So when the fear comes up, look at it in the little eyes and say, today the Lord will conquer you. Today the Lord will conquer you, fear, you devil of darkness. Fear can be big and powerful, and it can be dangerous, and yet we can survive, not only survive, but we can thrive. So sometimes if you feel like you're facing Goliath, remember David. Remember that whatever is facing you in your life, you can do this. Today, the Lord will conquer you, devil of darkness. So face your fears with the knowledge that you don't do it alone, that there's something within you that does the work. That you're never separate from your source, no matter what. Today the Lord will conquer you, nasty fear. Today the Lord will empower me. Today the Lord will guide me and get me through this situation. We can face our fears with confidence. Is there a Goliath in your life? Is there a Goliath in your life? Is there a dream that you've had in your heart, something you really want to do, but you're afraid of failing? We get so scared that we're paralyzed in fear, and we're scared to move. We can't do anything because we're too scared. Is there a relationship that needs to be healed? Is there someone you need to go to and say, I love you? Is there someone you need to say, I was wrong, I'm sorry? Is there someone in your life that you need to go to and say, I forgive you? Those are really scary things to do, aren't they? So we look at the fear and we say, I'm scared to do this. I'm scared to make any steps to heal this relationship, but there's a power within me that knows how to do that. When I have scary things that I have to say to people or conversations I should initiate, I think, oh my gosh. I just have to say, okay, God, speak through me. I just surrender. Speak through me, because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. But there's a power within me that knows exactly the words of healing. There's a power within me that knows how to guide me in fulfilling my dream. That knows how to get through this loss that I've faced. There's power within you. So try using David's technique. Don't think about how big the fear is. Think about how big your God is. Nothing you fear is greater than the power of your Creator. Nothing you fear is greater than God. Know this. Whatever is within you is greater than any condition you face. what is within you is greater than your past, or your past failures, or the past mistakes. Nothing within you what is within you is greater than any condition that you have, any circumstance in your life. So don't give your fears power. Align with the faith that you know is true. The faith that God loves you, cares about you, supports you, guides you through the valley of the darkness, into the light. Don't give your fears power. Just say to the Duke of Deception, "Get thee behind me. Get thee behind me." Today the Lord will conquer you. You got to choose, trick or treat. Fear will trick you. Spirit, God, universal mind, whatever you call it, loves you and wants to treat you with joy, love, health, wholeness, healing. It's true. And that means you. David can do it. You can do it. So no tricks. Just treats. Treats of joy, love, power, wholeness, confidence. Today, the Lord will conquer your fears. And so it is.